today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Houston Texans. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and the finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something, and that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe, but that's much easier said than done.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one complete. It's tanked down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on That carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on third down. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This crew, they were on a roll going into the Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in tough. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. They juked him down the right sideline. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 35. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing. And now this offense gets ready to take over the football, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's brought down. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon.
And he's in for the... With a little over 2 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Dell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
That's underneath to Pierce. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 11. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Again, he'll drop to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. He's got room at the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Touchdown! George Kittle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go. Black, 95.
Now on first down, he'll drop, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Check. Check white.
The run here with Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. To the right side and caught by Dell. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Take Dell with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And quickly they get to the line. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Pierce. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Here's the option. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On second and goal, here's the option.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans...
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? On first down, he'll drop to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Back to throw here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Texans are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the... proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So fourth quarter. A nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he coughed it up. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Powell.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
70. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They go play action here on first down.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
All right, after the touchdown, this offense back out there to see what they can do. They'll have a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Another carry for Pierce.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay.
Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Looking to throw. Powell. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
Give to Pierce now on the option.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.